Jana says approximately 75%. Approximately 75%. Testing, testing.
Everything all from this screen too. But we can also now set up custom presets for these layouts down. I did something else on here. It says we've got the shortcut Command D because I'm on a Mac. The control here. The top one is comments. So while we create these ahead of time, we can choose how long it's going to show on the screen for. We can create that. I've got one here. If we just click on this now as an example, we'll put a title up. So these could be different topics that you're covering off as you're live, or in this case here, another shameless plug for Primal Video Plus. But we have all of this set up before we go, and we can just click to show and hide them as we're live. Now just to show you what the scrolling one looks like, if we turn this on and then we come up here to edit, let's have a scroll across the bottom. Let's hit save. Now we need to turn it back on. And it's now scrolling across the bottom. Very news style. But down below this is where we can preload different graphics and things that we've got in here. So right now I'm just on the free plan because I like showing things off on the free plan so you can see what you can access and what it's worth upgrading for. But we've got different logos and things that we can bring in here as well. You can see that we've used this before. We've preloaded here our Primal Video graphics, which you will need to be on a paid plan to customize this stuff up. There's different overlays that we can bring up on screen. And obviously, again, we can upload our own too. And we can turn these on and off while we're recording on live as well, just by selecting on them. We also have the ability to add a QR code in here as well. So if we hit create on this now, we've now got a QR code that if someone scanned, is also going to take them to Primal Video Plus. Now down below that, this is where we can upload some video clips to play while we're live. It could be a countdown timer, it could be a be right back, or any video clip that you want to play really. So there's some demo ones in here as well. So this is an example.
And 1L, formation, L, chase the sunrises, sunsets.
Katie and Anna weren't finding signs in the stars by accident. It was no coincidence that their astronomy guide was keen to chat astrology. Such a Sagittarius. And fate didn't have them hiking to the edge of the earth from their hotel steps. Anna did. When she booked a stargazing tour on Get Your Guide, look forward to it.
Something like that run at the start of your live stream. We just, again, tapping on them or clicking on them and they play. Again, you want to load this stuff up ahead of time. Now back while we were on the other view at the start, it was this one, where we can see the background. This is where we can customize what that is. There's some AI tools in here to generate one for you. We can upload our own, or there are some preset ones in here that we can pick, and that now becomes the background. So again, if we're running them full screen, where it's not really a big deal, is when we start to bring in guests and you're on one side, they're on the other, that if we wanted the widescreen look, we're going to have that border box around the outside, so showing the background. There are some sound effects and stuff built in, and we can upload our own as well. Things like applause and a gong, very important. And you can also select or add in your own background music and stuff here too. As for customizing up the titles and the style of everything, that's this next area here. So this is where we want to match things up with your brand. So you put in your brand color, and then we can choose bubble, classic, minimal, or block as for themes. So if I come back here and add a comment back on screen, then we'll get to see what these actually look like as we click through them. So this is the minimal look. If we hit bubble, classic, and block, and then back to minimal, we can customize this up to some degree. You also get some control over your fonts and things in here as well. And you see this is another premium feature with this star. And if you're someone who prefers the square or the circle camera look, especially if you're going to be sharing your screen, you want this down in the bottom corner or something like that, and we can switch between the different aspect ratios or cropping on our main camera here too. Now this next feature, notes, there's actually a teleprompter that we can use while we're live. So we can turn this on or off, or you just have a bunch of notes, your bullet points, to keep you on track while you're live. So this could be some top questions that you've got, or any important details that you want to share. Actually, I've got a really good tip with this coming up at the end that I have written as my notes before I go live to save me when I'm recording. I could easily put that in here, but with this teleprompter feature, we're not just limited to having them in there as notes just off to the side here. with the teleprompter, it'll actually overlay them. So we can read them and still make eye contact with the viewers, but we're actually reading a script or we're reading our bullet points. Pretty cool feature. If we're bringing in guests or doing an interview or something like that, then we can access everyone's information and their settings and everything from here. We can do simple things like just verify that audio is coming through at a decent level, which we can see there with those green dots. It's kind of hard to see on the screen recording. But all of your guests will be listed out here. We've also got the ability to copy this invite link to get someone into becoming a guest as well, something that we can share out. I'll come back to that one really soon. We've also got private chat in here as well. So for people who are on here, whether it's your team helping you with a live stream or your guests, we can privately chat with them outside of the comments, the public ones, that are going out to the whole live stream. And then down below that, we've got our recording options and settings and stuff in here. This will show you that you are recording, but you also see it up the top here too. So to bring in other elements like sharing your computer screen, there's a couple of different ways that we can find this. There is the option down here, the screen share button. There's also the option to click here, present or invite. And then we can choose to bring in an image, a video file, an extra camera if we'd like to as well. If we've got a second webcam or something connected, slides and PDFs, we can access those from here and have them as another media source that we can click on and bring up on our screen. So I've also got our screen share option here too, where we go through, find what we want to use. Maybe I'll hit entire screen here. Let's pick the screen that I'm recording with right now. We can choose if we want to bring sound in with that here and hit share. And we've now got that as an option here that we can add to the stage. So it's just going to look a little crazy because I'm sharing the screen that I'm on. But again, now when we switch through these layouts and things, we can see this happening, what it looks like, with a screen share as well. I'm going to hit remove on that one there. So same process. If you want to bring in a guest, we can do it from here, or we can come down the bottom here to add a guest. We get our unique link here that we can send out to someone. We can copy that link and then we can close that, send it out. Now, I don't have any friends. So I'm just going to open this up on another device. I'm going to open this up on my iPhone to show you what this looks like, because your guests can join from a phone. So I'm going to paste that link in on the phone side. All your guests need to do is just to allow access to their camera and their microphone. They can type in their name as we did at the start. So we look down the bottom here now, we can see our very good looking guest has joined. They're down here in the waiting room that we can bring up on screen any stage. So if I just click on this now, we can add to stage and we can see, oh, my phone's in portrait. So that's why they've got the black bars here. So you want to tell your guest if they're using their phone to rotate it, so we can see now that this is working. Just like with any of the other things that we've got on the stage here, we can control things, we can edit the name, we can kick them from the studio, we can ban them from the studio. We can click on these different layouts now and they're going to happen in real time. I got bad Wi-Fi, that's why the quality isn't good here from the phone. But you can see we can have combinations of these things, screen shares, sharing slides, switching between the different people, the different camera angles. I absolutely love how simple this is. So let's go ahead and let's remove second Justin from the stage. Let's kick them from the studio altogether. Let's kick the guest out.
And one out, we'll move shipping out. Chase the sunrises, sunsets.
Katie and Anna weren't finding signs in the stars by accident. It was no coincidence that their astronomy guide was keen to chat astrology. Such a Sagittarius. And fate didn't have them hike into the edge of the earth from their hotel steps. Anna did. When she got to say, go and get your guide. Look forward to it.
So that's how easy it is to bring in a guest or multiple guests, because these themes, they scale out if you've got more people on them. But in terms of actually recording or going live, that's all done up the top here. You can see we've got the go live button. It is worth just doing a quick sanity check. We can see here the different destinations that we're going live to. So if we're picking destinations, Facebook, YouTube, whatever, we would see them all across the top here. So I've just got the YouTube on there because that's what we've selected. I like that we can click on this, we can quickly see that we're going live, it's unlisted, we've got our title and everything there, all good to go. We can make changes to it, we can add extra destinations right up until the end as well, under this edit area. And then when we're ready to go live, we just hit go live. Now, when you're using this for recording, that will be switched for a record button instead of a go live button. So let's hit go live. It's going to prompt us, do we want to have an intro video that plays automatically? Again, we can set this up ahead of time. We don't have one, so we're going to hit go live. Again, I'm going live to an unlisted link, so no one will actually find and see this. But we can see straight away that we're live. I've got the live count up timer. There's a countdown, count up here, so we can see that we're live. We've got everything goes red. There's red up here. We can leave the stream and the stream, our comments would start to come through here in real time. But again, we can switch stuff out. So we can feature our comments, we can hide our comments, we can come back to our banners, we can bring up our Primal Video Plus ticker along the bottom. We can have that up there while we're also then playing a video file or clicking through different things, changing the background scenes here for the different looks. So we show our background here. We switch to bringing in our screen share. And then when it's time for us to finish our live stream, we just hit end stream up here. We can choose to play a video again if we'd like to. I'm going to hit end stream, wait a few seconds. And that is done. That's a wrap. There you go. So there is a cool feature when you're finished that you can have AI automatically generate clips from your interview, from your live stream too. So if you click on this, now obviously we're not going to have anything really exciting in here from that stream, but it says these media items will be deleted in 24 hours from now. Obviously, we can upgrade to keep them there longer, but it's then going to go through and generate clips based on what's been said. So it's pulling the transcript, it's looking for viral clips or things that it thinks would be really good. This is almost like your Opus clip equivalent built in here now into StreamYard. We can download the full recording. We can do our manual editing in here as well, which is pretty powerful. But this is also available back on our main dashboard area on the home screen here. If we come back to past live streams or past things, there's our one here from today, and we can view it, we can download it, we can go back into the studio. So
you can see with a question like this.
Run next week's live stream, then we can use that same studio setup for that. So personally, I just love how fast and easy it is and how intuitive it is.
You can see 4 and 3 there.
Create an amazing looking live stream.
So it becomes 3.
To dive into an OBS or features upon features or menus upon menus to find little settings and configure everything up. You've got a decent amount of configuration.
X plus 5.
To create something amazing, really simple. Now back
So go to 3 and the X plus 5.
Plan,
Minus 4 and the X minus 3.
Live stream. This has saved me so much, and it all came about from when I had a total failure of a live stream where I freaked out. I went live. I didn't know what to say. There was no one that showed up, and I was just.
So what do we want to do now?
For anyone, I want you to be calm, collected, and actually have fun when you're live. So before I go live, there are 3 things that I am putting on a sticky note. The first one that I suggest you put on there is your opening sentence. Because you're going to be setting things up in StreamYard or whatever you're using to go live, let's just have that first sentence down or a bullet point of what you're going to say when you first start off. So we're not, oh, are we live? Are we live? Guys, just let me know in the comments, are we live? You can actually start with a compelling hook. In this live stream, we're going to be doing a Q&A. We're going to be hanging out, getting your questions answered. Or in this live stream, I'm going to be taking you through the top 2. Have a bullet point or a quick note, a logical next step. But it's also going to keep you on track from StreamYard. So it could be something like group training, which also then comes back to when we're setting up our live stream. It's great for people watching live. But